Judge Denise Langford Morris has been soft on crime for rappers, lawyers, and child pornographers. For a rapper facing a gun charge while on probation, Langford Morris let him walk free. For a city attorney who crashed while driving 100 with cocaine in his car, Langford Morris gave him probation. And for a special ed teacher convicted of child pornography crimes, just 1 day in jail. Tell Judge Denise Langford Morris, get tough on convicted.
Mary Beth Kelly says she feels really bad. An illegal alien in and out of the juvenile court system for violent behavior and selling crack. He was never deported or put in jail until he brutally carjacked and executed a man. And one judge oversaw it all. One judge did not put him in jail or have him deported. Judge Mary Beth Kelly just let him through the revolving door despite warning signs. She says she feels really bad. We do too.
Mike Bolin took money linked to BP Oil, the same oil company that's destroying our Gulf Coast. Why does it matter? Because after Bolin took money linked to Exxon, he allowed the oil giant to cheat Alabama taxpayers. Liberal Bolin is just as soft on criminals. Last month, he reversed the murder conviction of a robber who killed a handicapped man. That's liberal Judge Bolin. He sides with oil companies, and he's soft on crime.
I've taken on just about every kind of case a lawyer can take on. But you know what really got me ready for the state Supreme Court? Divinity School. We've got to get back to some basic principles in Alabama. Quit letting corporations run the show. Take the for sale sign off our court and off our state. Let's make the courts work for real people again. If you're ready to elect new people and make a change in Alabama, I'm Tom Edwards. I'd appreciate your vote.
Some in the ruling class say it's wrong for voters to hold Supreme Court judges accountable for their decisions.
There is no such thing as an activist judge.
When activist judges on Iowa Supreme Court imposed gay marriage, they were the only judges within 1,200 miles to reach such a radical conclusion. If they can redefine marriage, none of the freedoms we hold dear are safe from judicial activism. To hold activist judges accountable, flip your ballot over and vote no on retention of Supreme Court justices.
I was convicted of stabbing my victims with a kitchen knife.
Of shooting my ex-girlfriend and murdering her sister in front of our child.
Of sexual assault on a mom and her 10-year-old daughter. Then I slashed their throats.
On appeal, Justice Thomas Kilbride sided with us.
Over law enforcement or victims.
Other judges overruled Kilbride and our appeals were denied.
Kilbride chose criminals' rights over and over again, way more than any other justice. Vote no on retention of Thomas Kilbride. Vote down ballot. It's a top priority.
I'm Tom Kilbride. I've been attacked harshly, repeatedly, and falsely. I'm here to tell you flat out, these attacks are lies and distortions.
Tom Kilbride, falsely attacked by a front group for the insurance industry and Wall Street, who would put profits first by outsourcing American jobs overseas. Kilbride's been endorsed by police, prosecutors, and newspapers for being tough on crime.
Demand fairness in elections for the independence and integrity of our court system.
Vote yes for Tom Kilbride.
Go to Washington State Supreme Court and you ought to find judges who are
fair and impartial,
upholding our Constitution. But not Jim Johnson. You'll find him in the pocket of big corporations, taking $100,000 from one big business donor alone. And Big Tobacco, working to weaken the voter-approved smoking ban. And Tim Eyman, writing and defending one Eyman initiative after another. Vote Tuesday, August 17th against Jim Johnson and his special deals for special interests.
There once was a lady from Ohio who had money in a bank. She went to get her money, but the bank said no. They tried to keep her money. Looking for justice, she turned to the courts. 2 courts ruled in her favor. She had the proof. But then the Ohio Supreme Court let the bank keep her money. Something's wrong with the Ohio Supreme Court. You can end the injustice. Vote. Vote for Mary Jane Trapp. Vote for Eric Brown. Trapp and Brown for Ohio Supreme Court.
First, BP in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, Enbridge Energy in the Kalamazoo River. According to Supreme Court Justice Bob Young, Michigan citizens cannot hold Enbridge or any other oil company accountable when they pollute our lakes or rivers. Young overturned a 30-year-old law that held polluters accountable. Maybe that's why Young was rated the worst judge on the Michigan Supreme Court. Bob Young, polluters don't pay. Michigan taxpayers do.
Justice Bob Young doesn't deserve another 8-year term on the Michigan Supreme Court? Fellow Republican Justice Elizabeth Weaver. That's who. She said Bob Young used the word slut and the N-word in deliberations with other justices. What was Bob Young's response? He blamed Justice Weaver for reporting his racial and sexist slurs. Sorry, Bob. Now we all know. Call Bob Young and tell him we don't need a racist or a sexist on